Good evening, friends. As the exchanges between Republic's news channel and Times Now media gets more and more heated, today Republic exposes a conspiracy. They reveal evidence to expose Times Now's concealed truth about the forensic report. Republic now clearly states that there is a conspiracy between Congress and Times Now channel where a trail of concealment, distortion, and fabrication by corporate and political nexus has been exposed. The channels that have been hounding Arnab viciously for the past 1 week or so will now have to explain to the public what is happening behind the scenes and why Arnab and his channel are being systematically targeted. According to the Republic statement, there has been a collusion of corporate and political interests to target Arnab Goswami, the editor-in-chief of the Republic Media Network. This is what the Republic states. This collusion, which is a result of commercial, political, and personal interests, is aimed, quite obviously, at illegally trying to create prejudice against the Republic Media Network. While Mr. Arnab Goswami and the Republic Media Network are absolutely sure that the evil designs and deep conspiracy between the Congress Party, sections of the media, and the Pakistan government will be exposed thoroughly, we will not allow at any cost the achievements and truth about Mr. Arnab Goswami, India's most successful and self-made news media entrepreneur, to be targeted by individuals who are colluding against him. Hence, we would like to present the following facts, which we hope will get the equal editorial space that the falsehoods against him have. The purported WhatsApp chats. Firstly, the validity, veracity, and genuineness is still to be tested in the courts of law. But even keeping that aside for a moment, there is not one line, suggestion, or shred of evidence in these purported WhatsApp chats which contain any wrongdoing or TRP manipulation by the Republic Media Network. The ridiculous claims of bribes being paid are not supported by even a single sentence in these purported WhatsApp chats. Hence, these purported WhatsApp chats prove that Mumbai police and its partners in the media are completely wrong. Point number 2. Statements by others are being maliciously attributed to Arnab Goswami. So far, Mr. Goswami has not started the process of filing criminal cases against these journalists, who, at the behest of their political and corporate masters, are attributing statements made by others to Mr. Goswami. Legally, no outrageous suggestions, request, statement made by the third party can be attributed to Arnab Goswami. The purported chats, in fact, show that Mr. Goswami ignores all inappropriate requests. Times Now has led a group of media which has tried to attribute statements by a third party to Mr. Arnab Goswami. The Republic Media Network believes there is a commercial conspiracy behind this and intends to take the strongest legal action against these journalists, who will be made responsible for every word and every falsehood they have uttered. Point number 3. The purported chats show complaints about Times Now's attempts to manipulate data. On the contrary, even in these purported WhatsApp chats, whose veracity itself is in question, far from manipulating ratings, Mr. Arnab Goswami is complaining about the TRP manipulation by other news channels, especially Times Now, and the misuse of landing pages by Times Now. The media should note there are innumerable references to such complaints about the misuse of landing pages and subsequent manipulation by Times Now, and such manipulation by other channels. One such example is as follows. Please note, Mr. Arnab Goswami allegedly on 6 July 2017 in the purported chats is stated to have apparently said, "Just bringing to your attention, Gujarat 10 to 75 lakh market growth in time spent from 2 minutes to 18 minutes, and the impressions up by 763% for Times Now seems suspicious. The fact that therefore emerges is that Republic was a victim of TRP manipulation by other channels in the genre, who, in order to conceal these facts, are not focusing on this aspect. Point number 4. Times Now's landing page were caught by the computerized outlier policy of BARC and is extensively documented in the BARC forensic report, part of the Mumbai police charge sheet. The smoking gun against Times Now is, in fact, in the forensic report of BARC, which is included in the Mumbai police charge sheet, which completely exposes the fact that Times Now was using landing pages to artificially spike its ratings, which was caught by the algorithmic computerized process as per the outlier policy of BARC. It shows that the reduction in Times Now's numbers was a result of implementation of the outlier policy by BARC and not as a result of TRP manipulation. Please note the explicit use of the words raw data before outlier cleaning. A simple reading therefore proves that while Republic's ratings were also impacted by the implementation of the outlier policy and our numbers were also brought down, Times Now's numbers fell by a greater margin because their rampant use of landing pages was caught by the computerized algorithmic system of BARC, which was launched way back in 2015, even before Republic TV was launched. It is outrageous that without doing basic research and by selectively relying on certain pages in this charge sheet and uttering falsities, a section of the media led by Times Now and the Congress Party, assisted and cheered by the Pakistan government, has fed this lie that has been lapped up by the media inimical to the Republic Media Network. Now that this information is with everyone, we want to make it clear that we will make the strongest possible legal action against any individual or party who has uttered a single falsehood against us. Point number 5, Times Now needs to be held accountable for suppression of facts and maliciously misleading the public. Times Now is suppressing the fact that the implementation of the outlier policy is not a Republic Media Network creation. The algorithmic implementation of the outlier policy came in the way of Times Now's rampant use of landing pages to shroud the reality that the channel was desperate to counter Mr. Arnab Goswami's popularity by paying large amounts of money across India through landing pages. The Republic Media Network now demands, 1, that Times Now should publicly declare how much money they spent in the years 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020 on landing pages. Second, the Times Now must publicly state whether these landing pages were caught by the outlier policy of BARC. Third point, whether it's true or not that BARC itself appointed a 2-member oversight committee which concluded in October 2019 as follows. The committee stated that the current process is accurate and unbiased and recommended BARC India to continue to follow the process as it is. According to the committee, there is no manual intervention in the process for treating outliers. The entire process is driven by robust algorithms and rules which make the process unbiased. This is applied to all channels in a fair manner, which in return helps BARC India give transparent and reliable data to its subscribers. Over the last 4 years, this process has been enhanced and made more robust. New learnings and increased automation has been incorporated with every change. The committee is also working closely with BARC India to further automate the identification and treatment of landing page. The 6th point is deliberate concealment by Times Now. Times Now claims to have access to the BARC forensic report. The people of India must ask Times Now to publicly answer the following questions. Does Times Now claim that it is unaware that the Bach forensic report makes references to certain general entertainment channels in the context of TRP manipulation? It is shocking that Times Now, despite having this information, is concealing it and is refusing to refer to it even once. This makes it evident that Times Now is guilty of joining hands with interested parties, breaking the basic rules, ground rules of fair journalism, and using its platform to conceal the real facts of the Bach forensic report in order to target Republic Media Network, whose popularity it has not, is not, and will never be able to match. The seventh point, the biggest smoking gun in this Bach forensic report is how a top Hindi news channel has been found guilty in it. Times Now conceals that a top Hindi news channel has been found totally guilty of prefixing the ratings and working with certain Bach officials to manipulate its way to the number one position, to deliberately mislead the public and retain focus on its unfounded allegations against Republic TV. Now, since Times Now is concealing this fact, let us elaborate the words used by the Bach forensic report in the context of this Hindi news channel, which is at the fulcrum of the TRP matter. This Hindi news channel group has been found guilty by Bach itself, has been fined by Bach, and has been named in the Mumbai police FIR that the Maharashtra government is trying to put under wraps. The people of India should note that these are the words used in the report about the channel as used in the Bach forensic report. External officials of channels hinting about prefixing the channel ratings during our analysis. Therefore, why is Times Now not questioning this Hindi news channel, which has been found guilty in the forensic report of prefixing ratings to illegally get the number one position with Bach officials? This is the biggest revelation in the TRP matter and cannot be suppressed now that the sections of the report have come into the public domain. Times Now cannot act as a part of a cartel to protect the commercial interests of this particular Hindi news channel, which is at the heart of the TRP matter. Point number 8, Lutyens industry cartel, along with Times Now, is concealing selective information. Interestingly, the Hindi news channel, which has been found guilty of conspiring with Bach officials to prefix ratings, is part of a Lutyens industry cartel along with Times Now. Times Now is therefore guilty of deliberately not referring to specific provisions of the charge sheet, strongly indicating manual manipulation to specific prefixing of ratings with respect to a member of the same cartel. This proves the falsehoods, fabrications, and distortions by a certain section of the media is a blatant attempt to target the Republic Media Network. Even if Times Now gets the support of the government of Pakistan and the Congress Party, it must introspect on the consequences of the truth as the truth begins to come out, like a torrent as it will. Number 9, Mumbai's police malice stands exposed to all. Conveniently, these aspects and major players implicated in various reports have not also been investigated by the Mumbai police, which it is now obvious to all bears ill will and malice against us. But concurrently, there are other investigating agencies still conducting a probe. The Enforcement Directorate, the CBI, in matters relating to the TRP manipulation case. Mumbai police, without any shred of evidence, had already declared us guilty in the controversial press conference on 8th October 2020, even though at that stage we had not even been named in the FIR. They have gone on a path of fabricating material against us thereafter. Trial has not even begun. In fact, investigation is still going on. But there is a concerted attempt by falsehoods, concealments, and distortions to engineer public opinion against us, obviously to prejudice all and sundry against us. Number 10, litany of falsehoods being undertaken to prejudice the public's mind. The case is at the level of quashing the charge sheet, and yet a litany of falsehoods are being carried out against us, which is being done in an attempt at prejudicing the public's mind, which itself is a crime. There are agencies which are investigating the matter. In fact, the Hindi news channel, which has been found guilty in the Bach forensic report, has had its top officials being called by Enforcement Directorate for interrogation, a matter completely not reported by Times Now. It is therefore clear that Times Now has only acted with malice, in breach of journalistic ethics, and in contravention to all due expectations from a media house with the sole motive to prejudice the minds of Republic TV viewers and the public at large, to settle a personal score, commercial gain, and vengeance. Point number 11. The public further states, we call upon the Competition Commission of India to probe the existence of collusion and cartelization in the media industry, which is selectively targeting Republic TV and Mr. Arnab Goswami. The need of the hour is a thorough probe into the blatantly and brazenly anti-competitive behavior by a certain section of the media. Number 12, on the Balakot airstrike. The Congress party, which cannot get over its own infighting, has peddled lies and falsehoods against us, accusing us of leaking official secrets, when the truth is that the possibility of airstrikes was a much discussed topic in the public domain much before the strikes actually took place. Times Now does not disclose that the Times Group had itself published articles on the possibility of strikes post Pulwama. And now that Republic TV has pointed out their hypocrisy, they have taken down those articles from the internet so as to make them unavailable for general public viewing. Therefore, it becomes evident that all attempts are being used by a conjunction of interests to mislead the public, conceal the truth, and perpetuate falsehoods. Point number 13 is an open collusion between Congress and Times Now. There is open collusion between the two groups and others in the media industry, goaded on by the personal animosity these people have against Mr. Arnab Goswami for his courageous and uncomfortable stance on matters of public importance. We urge our colleagues in the media and our viewers, don't be misled by a select cabal. Read the actual material and don't believe hogwash being floated against us. Point number 14, concocted falsehoods due to no evidence against Republic in TRP case. It has become abundantly clear that because the Nexus found nothing in the TRP case, it concocted falsehoods about official secrets being leaked about the Balakot airstrikes, a matter which was widely discussed and deliberated upon in public domain, including in articles in the publications of the Times Now group. Republic Media Network is grateful for the immense public support which it has been getting. The media which has been spreading lies about the Republic Media Network must now answer the following before the nation. Which Hindi news channel was found guilty as per the Bach forensic report? Why is the media not reporting on all aspects dealt with in the forensic report? Is it true that the charge sheet itself exposes the rampant landing pages by Times Now? Is it true or not that there are several complaints from the Republic Media Network to Bach about manipulation by Times Now? Times Now should publicly declare how much money they spent in the years 2017, 18, 19, and 20 on landing pages. Whether it's true or not that Bach itself appointed a two-member oversight committee which concluded in October 2019 that there is no manual intervention in the process for treating outliers and the system is unbiased. Now, friends, you must decide for yourself after hearing all this, what is really happening in the TRP case? Whether this is just a fight between two media channels or is it something more? Are some vested forces trying to destroy this channel and Arnab Goswami? Meanwhile, keep sending in your comments and subscribe if you have not, and press the bell icon to share this message to many more people. Thank you, friends, always for your kind support.